Hey everyone, I'm your fave nurse B. I had to come on and talk to the collective today, so excuse some of my background, but I'm just gonna do this video. So I wanted to talk about the number one thing that people have to do, overcome, to master before they are successful in nursing school. I think I'm gonna take these glasses off. Yeah, take them off. The number one thing, can you think about it? What's the number one thing? Pause this video and go put in the comment section what you think it is. Don't look at the comments. The number one thing that you have to do to be successful in nursing school, you have to conquer your mind. Hear me out. You have to conquer your mind to be successful in nursing school. This is why I say that, and this is what I mean by that. I have over 100 videos, like, comment, and subscribe. And I have a lot of videos that specifically tell people how to study materials. Specifically, very specifically, I show you, I write it out, I give you examples, I take photos, I put it on my Facebook group. Specific ways, the exact ways that I learned how to be successful. And it's not just one way, it's tons of different study ways that I tell people how to do things, different techniques and methods. But I still get email after DM after comment of people saying, oh, I just got so much checks anxiety. I'm not smart enough. I'm not getting this. I don't know if I'm good enough to do this. I don't know if this is for me. I just don't know. I'm not getting it. It's just too much. I get that so much. And I don't want anybody to think what I'm saying is diminishing how people feel or anything. I feel, honey, I'm a Cancer. Okay? I know. I have a video telling you all I did not learn how to read till I was in 4th grade. 9 years old. Didn't know how to read. Okay? And still, I went to college at the age of 16. And still, I graduated at the top of my class in nursing school. I'm not saying that to brag because there's people who have done marvelous things with their minds. But what I'm saying is, something in me at that young age, not knowing how to read, something in my mind told me that you can do this. I was inspired and I saw other people getting on honor roll and being smart, and like I was just like some fire within me was like, I want that too. Like, I know I'm smart, I know I can do this. I'm getting emotional. But something in me, I'm just thinking about, like, I don't know what it was. I don't know, divine timing, I don't know. But something within me was like, yeah, they can do it. Why can't I do it? Something within me looked at people and was like, I want to do that. I'm going to do that. I can do it. I believed in myself and I worked on it. People feel like being intelligent, being smart is just gift. It just comes to people. Some people, it does come to them. It's a natural talent that they have. But you have to work on that talent. And if it doesn't, like I've always told people, I don't consider myself like, I'm so smart. No, I work at it. I want it. I want it. I actually want it. I want to be successful. I want to be smart. I want to be intelligent. I want to be at the top. So in order for me to get there, I have to put in the work. But I have to believe that I can do it first. And it goes back to when we was kids. When people be like, you could do anything you set your mind to. Y'all, it's so real. And just think about if your child came to you and said, I'm not smart enough to do this math problem. I'm not smart enough to pass 4th grade. What you gonna tell your kids? Just think about it. Or your niece or your nephew or a neighbor's kid, whatever. What are you gonna tell them? You can do it. You gotta work at it. Put your mind to it. Come on, let's sit down. What about it don't you understand? That's what it takes. You have to change your mind. Change the way you think. I was looking at a video that I just posted with Carl from ENTP Life, right? He's a real estate investor. He has a home health agency. He was an x-ray tech. Done all these different things with his life. And I was looking at the video. I was so inspired by him, right? And it was a part of the video where he was like, I can come to St. Louis if I had I raised $2 million. I can basically get this business up to a certain point within 2 years. I was thinking $2 million, what the heck? Throughout the whole video, the whole interview, I'm so inspired, like, wow, this is so cool. Wow, yeah. And as soon as I heard make $2 million, I was like, oh, this ain't for me. I can't do that. And then I said, but you got to raise that capital. Wow. He said, all that is teachable. And just how nonchalant he was about it, I was like, and I thought about it, I was like, that's true. Everything is teachable. Everything is teachable. Now, of course, people have God-given talents, and I'm sure his mind, the way he thinks, the way he moves, he probably has a propensity to be more business inclined, and it's probably in him to negotiate certain things. It just comes naturally to him. But he had to learn it some way, somehow, and he played on his strengths. And anything that wasn't a strength, he got people in his circle, in his team to help him, right? So what is it in me that was like, I can't do that? That's the key. You have to actually, this is why people don't elevate in life, or why you get to a certain spot in your life and you still feel like, I'm not good enough for this, or I'm not smart enough for this. You got into nursing school, but yeah, you still feel like you're not smart enough to get out of it. Do you think that they take people into the program that they don't think is going to be successful? Be logical. Be logical for a minute. Like, why would I bring you in to do this and I don't think you're going to pass nursing school? I'm losing money, time, and I'm also losing my pass rates and NCLEX rates if I take in someone who's not going to be able to do this. Just think logically, right? So if you got into the program, you're smart enough to do it, you're capable, somebody believes in you. So what is it in you that's saying, I just can't do it? Of course it's hard. Okay, get it. You got to step up to the plate and figure out what's making it hard. You got to talk to people. You got to see what's stopping you. But a lot of times, even with the tools, the methods, the guides, all this, the reason why people can't really get over certain things is because they don't think they can get over it. They don't understand their power. They don't understand the power of their mind and the way they think to be able to understand information. You stop yourself so much when you say, I'm not smart enough. And I know people still gonna comment, I just feel like I'm not smart enough. Okay, you are what you think you are. And I say that in a lot of videos because it's true. You're not smart enough. You're right. You're not smart enough. How can I convince you? If you in your head can't convince you, I can't convince you of nothing. You got to start believing it. And to me, like with the whole thing with Carl, I got to think, okay, what about raising $2 million? To me seems impossible. To me seems like I can't do that. I can sit here and gain over 20,000 subscribers, but I don't think I can, build up $2 million to go into a profitable business and be able to pay people back, investors and stuff, right? What about me thinks that, okay, I got to think, this is what it is. I got to think, okay, let me look at my childhood, the way I was raised, my relationship with money. Oh, I think maybe people won't take me seriously. Maybe I just don't know much about this subject. Maybe since I grew up in poverty, that money to me just seems like I can't have it. Like, I can never get to that point. Like, I'm just living, week to week. And I'm in the small mindedness of that. And I'm staying on that low vibration. Okay, why do I think that way? Oh, it's probably because of the way I was raised. So you all, I just wanted to add that so much of the way we think about our abilities to learn stem from our childhood. Just think about it. I mean, just in a matter of the first 5 years of your life, you learned so much that you're using today in just those 5 years. So this is why revisiting your childhood and starting to look at how you were taught, what you were taught, is really going to help you to understand why you think certain ways about yourself and why you feel like you can't learn certain things. So this is actually called inner child work, and it really is a thing. And I think that it's very important, and it's a way for us to all really grow and understand why we make certain decisions that we might not be conscious of. It's because we really start to, this really gets into our subconscious mind, and it really affects our everyday actions. It's real, you all. It really is real. So it takes time, it takes work to really look at yourself and examine yourself. But I think that it's something that we should all attempt to do. Okay, back to the video. Okay. But is that really the case? Because I've come to a lot of money in my life, and like he said, it's all teachable. I didn't know how to read, right? But I changed my mind, and somebody was able then to actually show me and teach me, because I opened up my mind to the possibility of being able to do it. And then that person was able to actually teach me something, and I was able to get something out of it. It was plenty of times in my life where I didn't know how to do something. I used to not know how to really talk in front of a camera, or, do certain things in front of a camera, but I learned. I didn't know how to use my editing software, but I learned. I was open to the possibility of doing it. But as soon as you cut yourself off from it, you stop your ability to let information in, because you don't believe it to be. You don't believe it to be. So that's why you strip yourself of all the power you have of actually learning how to do something. You say, I'm too old for this. Oh, I've let too much time pass by. I'm too far away from being out of high school. Or I'm too this, I'm too that. I can't do it. Okay, you're not going to do it. How are you going to do it if you don't think you can do it? Do you understand where I'm coming from when I say that? It's so basic, but it's so real. And so that was a lesson that I had to actually look at and be like, yeah, it's so like simple to say it's all teachable, but it is. Like kids. Do you think kids just wake up and one day they know how to go in a pot and pee? No, you start teaching them, you train them. But you can't do it until they're ready. You can't do it until they're ready, right? They have to be open to actually being like, oh, okay, I fell in the pot. I can do it. Oh, look, I peed in the pot. I did it. They have to be open to it. Trust me, I'm potty training a 1-year-old. She had to be ready for me to be able to actually get her to go on there consistently. So I say all that to say, look at the thoughts that you have when you're trying to do something or you want to do something. And this is everyday life. It doesn't have to just be nursing school. And it's good to look at it in everyday life, because you'll have an entire, what they call, paradigm shift. You will change the way you think and the way you look at life so drastically, but that you have no choice but to go forward into the direction of your dreams. I'm actually reading this book called Quantum Leap Thinking, and I'll talk about it on my second channel, but you'll be able to, there's probably been plenty of paradigm shifts in your life where somebody came into your life, or you learned something, or an event happened, and it completely changed the trajectory of your life. Carl even talked about it in one of our videos. It changed his whole direction of life. And that's what you have to start working on if you want to be successful in nursing school. Okay, if you're one of those people who feel like, I'm not smart enough, I can't do this, I got anxiety, you gotta be like, okay, I have test anxiety. Why do I have test anxiety? Think about you, and you have to do the work. That's why people, they can't get to that next level, because they don't do the inner work. People think, oh, my feelings and this and that. That's not real. I want money. But you can give 2 people $10,000. A person who understands money, understands how it works, understands that you gotta put it out there to get, people who understand it and who have a good, positive relationship with money will come back a year later with $100,000, $1 million. But people who don't understand money, they don't understand how to use it, they don't have a good relationship with money, they will come back probably negative $10,000 in their bank account, because their way of thinking hasn't changed. Like the way they think about this subject, or the way they think about money, is totally different. So what was I freaking saying? So until you shift the way you think about something, no matter what's coming in your life, you're not going to be able to get the most out of it. So this takes deep inner work. And I know people think it's all about the money, I want the money, but if I gave you the money, you probably still wouldn't have the life that you want, because you're not looking at life in a way of abundance, and in a way that's going to really bring things into your life. And I know this video might sound a little kooky to some people, because people are still stuck on, but I'm not smart enough, but I just don't get it, but I have this. Of course, everybody has certain disabilities, or they have certain things within them that makes it harder for them. And there's more practical ways to overcome it. But I do believe that a lot of us have inner work that needs to get done. You got to look at, why do you think you're not smart enough? What happened in your life that's making you feel that way, making you think that way? What happened in your life that's giving you anxiety? Is it because you really don't take the time to study the material? Is it because you have like a weird relationship with teachers? Some people do have, I have, like with learning languages, I've had like some very crazy phobias in like of talking in class when it comes to learning a language. I'm going to get over that one day. But I couldn't learn a foreign language because I was just so scared to say the wrong thing. I was frightened to death of saying the wrong things. I didn't want to be embarrassed. So when you're in class, you don't understand something, do you ask questions? Do you go to that teacher afterwards and say, look, I don't get this. This part is, I don't know. I can't put two and two together. I need your help. Are you giving yourself enough time with the material to understand it? Or maybe you have anxiety because of something that happened back in the day. You got to do the inner work and start breaking down all these thought patterns that you have that are bringing you down, so that you can elevate and become a nurse, become successful, achieve your dreams. But until you realize that I can do this is possible for me, I can become a nurse, until you stay focused on that and you know it and you know it and you know it to be true, no matter what happens, no matter what grade happens, no matter what a teacher says, no matter what happens, you know that you can do it, and that's your focus. Until you get to that point, no amount of study guides, concept maps, NurseB, show me this, give me your notes, none of that is going to help you. You're going to always be shut off until you change the way you think about yourself and your ability to learn and your ability to be successful in life. Nothing will penetrate you. You won't learn. You won't get it. Okay? So that is my number one thing in nursing school that stops people from being successful in nursing. I just messed up that whole title. Number one thing that stops people from being successful in nursing school. I know that you know, I'm not as conventional as like, you gotta do this and the third. I have plenty of videos that are boom, structured, do this, do this, do this. But the more that I'm growing and like coming into who I am as a person and really looking at life, a lot of it comes down to that relationship with yourself, what you think about yourself, because you push it out there into the world. And the world can't do anything but show you exactly what you think, right? It has no choice but to do that, right? So start telling yourself a different story. Start looking at the negative things that you're saying, or the defeating things that you're saying or thinking about yourself, realizing where it's coming from, and then rewriting that story for yourself. So I told you I grew up where it was so freaking cold in my house, the dang on toilet water would freeze. This time of year was horrible. I dreaded the fall and the winter because it was so cold in my house. But I can't let that upbringing stop me from bringing abundance into my life. Stop me from being able to manage money the way I need to manage it to make things happen in my life. Stop me from feeling worthy of basic necessities. Because poverty will mess up some people in their head. But I had my mom, I love my mom. I just had a beautiful mother. Like, my mother is so beautiful as a person, as a spirit. And she really helped your girl out. But it's not until you start really doing some inner work and seeing what's causing you to think that, for you to really be able to learn, and for you to really just like take life by the and make things happen. Okay, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this resonated with some people. If it did, go ahead and press the like button. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Comment down below how you feel about the video. And of course, like I said, I have plenty of videos that give you like practical step-by-step things you can work on. But this is going to be different for everyone, how you're going to approach your mindset when it comes to being successful. It's going to be different for everybody. Remember, you all can always email me at YourFavNurseB at gmail.com. I do have a website email, but yeah, I got to get it together. But I'm working on my website too. Also, share my channel. It really helps my channel to grow. Helps me to be able to do more videos like this. And go check out my second channel, Stay Forever True. It's just my life, my whole lifestyle. Everything is on that channel, so go check that out. Follow me on Instagram and follow the YourFavNurseB Facebook group. I gotta go be with somebody's mama because this child is just, I gotta go, y'all. I can't even show y'all her because anyways. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, you can be a nurse. You will be a nurse if you really want to do it and you believe you can do it. It's possible. Open your mind, y'all. Let go of that negative thinking. Where you got through it, you're here, you arrived, you made it. You made it. So just keep moving forward, y'all. I love you. Peace.